Now we get to the fun part. I love doing this because it means, one, that the rock work is done and everything's working and up and operational, and I get to be creative with plants, which is one of my favorite things to do. The plants that I'm going to use right now are called tillandsias. They're commonly called air plants by people, which is sort of a fallacy because they don't really live on air. They do need water and they do need some other nutrients. Typically in nature, they grow in trees. You've seen them growing on rocks perhaps. That's our application here. We like to stick them in the little crevices and little openings that we have in the rockwork. This one here, this is Tillandsia junkia. And I like these because they kind of look like grass. So I like to find a open crevice between the rocks and then attach them there. So from the distance, it looks like grass growing up between the rocks. Being careful not to put any glue on the roots themselves. I usually put a little dollop on the side so that the roots can then, once it's glued and adhered, the roots will start attaching themselves to the rocks and actually feeding off the rocks, feeding off the minerals. There's one, and then I'm going to step the next one down onto the lower level so we get different heights going on. Again, see, here are the roots, so I try to apply the glue on the back side and then just firmly press it into place. It's helpful if you do have a crack or a hole in the rock because that will help hold it too until the plant itself starts attaching itself to the rock. Here's some other types of tillandsias. This one's a beauty. It's got a beautiful lavender flower on it. Then you have some real tiny, tiny, tiny little baby ones. These are great for, you know, smaller areas where it might be hard to attach a larger one. But usually what I do is I walk around with my box and I look for little secret crevices to stick them in, or maybe if there's a joint where the rocks didn't come together quite well, I might hide that with a little tillandsia. So it's fun. I like doing it. Look at this one here. Isn't that a beauty? And here's a pink one. So that's fun. I love it. So these are your tillandsias. We also use bromeliads a lot, and both families of plants, there are hundreds and hundreds of varieties, and they typically grow in the rainforest or in tropical places, in trees, mostly palms in the dense rainforest. So I try to be sure to pick some that will adapt to the sunlight.